Hey there, gang. I am here with Stan, Jay, and more Drew. Kind of like Tarzan, Tonto, and Frankenstein, if you remember that old bit. But I've been given this box of comic books to grade for sale on eBay. No idea what is inside. So together, we will make that discovery. Stan, Jay, more Drew, me, and you. So if you like comic books, stick around. We're going to have some fun. Hey there, Bubby. Welcome to Shanghai. My name is Duke, and this is an unboxing video. So, you know the deal by now. We're grading these books for sale on eBay. There won't be any big books in here, probably. By big book, I mean, anything worth, hundreds and hundreds of dollars. But there shouldn't be any junk either. The boss has winnowed down the collection that has been purchased. Several collections, probably. Married them together. The books that we're going to sell on eBay as what we call raw singles. And my job is to grade those books. And so that's what I'm about to do. But I've got to break everything out of the box and see what I've got. And so it's just a chance to make some discoveries and take a look at some old comic books, and maybe we'll find a few things to chat about here. So like, share, subscribe, do all the groovy things. Leave a comment if you'd like to enter the contest. I mean, leave a comment anyway, please do. But if you are a subscriber and leave a comment, once I get to 247 subscribers, which is right around the corner, I will be drawing a name at random from among those subscribers to win this World of Smallville Silver Age PVC set right here. So yeah, that'll be fun. But let's go ahead and take a look at the books here and see what we've got. Here's the first stack. See if I've got some room there. Jay's kind of hogging the space. All right. Let's put him in. Let's put him this way. There we go. All right. So, Adventure Comics 299. That is the last issue before the Legion of Superheroes took over the series. Some Super Baby action. The backup in this would have been Tales of Bizarro World. 284, still 10 cents. And this has got Aquaman and Aqualad. So this is before Tales of Bizarro World. That series didn't last that long, only about, 10, 12, 15 issues. Wow, this is the first appearance of Dev M. I say wow, you probably don't care. But Dev M, the knave from Krypton, so that is his first appearance. And there are two books in here. Yeah. Let's take a look, see what the other book is. Maybe it's the... No, it's 286, so it's before that. And this is a Tales of Bizarro World feature with the Bizarro Mixtelfix. Here's the first appearance of Machine Man in 2001, A Space Odyssey number 8. Tales to Astonish number 88. Ooh, some old detective comics. Look at this, number 222. The Great Batman Swindle. Huh, that's kind of cool. Let's see here. Return of the Terrible Trio. So this is what is the Eagle, the Fox, and the Shark. And they were a thing for, 3 or 4 issues. It's like in this era when Batman was mostly fighting, just run-of-the-mill crooks and then the odd weird space alien. They tried to kind of come up with some kind of supervillain, and this was as close as they could get before they started, really bringing back the Golden Age villains. And so here we go. Here's some of that space alien action I was talking about. This is what today we would consider wholly inappropriate. Oh, look at this. Batman in the Hieroglyphs. Huh. It's a mystery. The Crimson Knight. Huh. Well, he's due for a comeback, I would say. Batman's armored rival. That's Detective 271. There's some Batwoman action. The Doomed Batwoman. Wonder who this guy is. Got a kind of a Chinese star there, a communist star on his head. So who knows? I don't know what he's all about. Here's some classic Batmobile. The Satellite from Gotham City. That's actually a pretty cool cover, 266. And this one does its job, this cover. This one makes me very interested to kind of break into here and see what this story's all about. Hey, it's Ace the Bat Hound. 1 ounce of doom. I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what issue Ace first appeared in, or even how many times he appeared. Somebody wrote their name here on Batman, Lee. I guess this book belonged to Lee at one time, and Lee kind of drew in the logo there, so nice going, Lee. New Mutants #1. This box is kind of all over the map, isn't it? Ooh, Freedom Fighters #1. I loved this series when I was a kid. I was very disappointed when it was canceled. I think I came in around issue 4 or so, the one with Wonder Woman. So I didn't actually have this issue as a kid. I got it much, much later. But yeah, you got Black Condor, the Ray, the Human Bomb, Uncle Sam, Phantom Lady, and Dollman, all from Earth X. I could go for a Freedom Fighters on Earth X series today. They had one recently, and it was okay. It wasn't great. It was the standard, super decompressed stuff. And it didn't really sell very well. So that's probably, kind of broke DC's will to keep going at it. But I think, the quality comics characters have such potential. We're back to Batman, #149, Invaders from the Past. Just one in that bag. The Phantom Batman. Look at him, walking right through those bars. That's crazy. Huh. This looks like a scene right out of a TV show. And what's on this side? Ooh, some more Batwoman action. #105, The Challenge of Batwoman. Batman and Robin. There's the Batwoman. We're trapped. Oh no! I love how she carried a purse. And our next stack. Slide this in here. Here is Batman squaring off against some giants. Batman in a bottle. And there's Lee again, writing his name and tracing the logo. Huh. A new Batman and Robin team. Robin's grown up and become Batman with a new boy as Robin, a blonde boy. Huh. Rip Van Batman. That's another great cover. That's another one that really makes me want to read that story and see what's going on. The Caveman Batman. And if you saw the last box, we had a bunch of these books with the JP stamp on them. It actually looks like 2 different letters, the way it's uneven like that. Or 2 different stamps, I should say. But somebody, I'm assuming with the initials JP, stamped his or her books. And we have that collection now. 133. Look at this one. This one's got everything. You got Batwoman, you got Ace the Bat Hound, you got Batmite. Wow. There's another alien. That's a cool looking alien, actually. I wouldn't mind seeing him today. And look, he has his own signal. Huh. That's another one. I want to read that story. You say what you want about how hokey the Batman was during this period, but boy, these covers are intriguing. There's the Joker. Just one in there. Now we've got some Star Wars, and this looks like an original print. Of course, the early issues of Star Wars were reprinted several times. Most of them say reprint right here in this box. There's also a Whitman version. As I recall, the Whitman doesn't have a UPC code, or doesn't have. There's some way to identify the Whitman as well. A Whitman, if you don't know, those were books that were reprinted, licensed to Western Publishing, that marketed them under it's a Whitman logo. Western normally did the Gold Key comics, but the Whitman books, those were direct marketed to department stores, usually in 3-packs. So here's another #2. It looks like there's 2 in there. There's #3. I believe it was Howard Chaykin did the art in these early issues. And nobody really looks much like the actors. Oh, Sergeant Fury #6, Fangs of the Fox. We actually just saw that issue in the last box. Rawhide Kid, number 29. Wow. And this box is all over the map. And again, I love the super fat word balloons from this era. And this MC was what passed for a Marvel Comics logo at this time. So this is kind of the period between Atlas Comics and Marvel proper. And the IND, that means this book was distributed by Independent News, which was actually owned by DC Comics. Now we've got a actual classic Marvel Silver Age logo with the corner box. Here's number 70, Two Gun Kid. Now there's some Thor, Challenge of the Crypto Man. A little Bitcoin action there for you. There ought to be a Bitcoin criminal. I've always said this kind of clip art cover is, it almost looks traced in marker or something. It's not a great image. Number 137 with Ulik or Ulik, however you choose to pronounce it, is okay with me. Web of Spider-Man number 1, newsstand edition. 65 cents was a kind of a weird price for comics. I remember that. Power of Warlock number 4. All these Warlock books are kind of staged for a spike if he actually appears in the movies, which he may or may not. They've teased him, but who knows? Uncanny X-Men 136, or actually just X-Men at this point. The official title is still just X-Men in the indicia inside. Here's during the reprint era, number 73. Next stack. Boom, ba-dum. Jay, you're kind of in the way. Mordrew and Stan are behaving themselves, but you're kind of bugging me, Jay. There's 138. Jean Grey is dead and Cyclops is sad. There's 2 books in here. Oh, there it is. The one where Jean Grey dies. That's a great issue. Boy, I loved that book when I was a kid. I always, $2,500 was a huge sum of money. They forgot the comma that should be there, though, between the 2 and the 5. Sorry, that's my old journalist grammar Nazi breaking out. Oh, wow. Wow. Man, this box is crazy. So Lone Ranger, Dell, don't know what issue number it is, but that's a nice, sweet Clayton Moore photo cover. And I've always wondered, and I have no idea, this one's a painted cover. I've never known, rather, these photo covers on these Lone Ranger books from Dell, if those were stills from the TV show, or if they were publicity shots, or what. I'm kind of hoping there's a mat down here, because it looks like Clayton's doing his own stunts here. Uh-oh, what happened here? Somebody cut his head out. It doesn't, and it's friggin' JP is who did it. God damn you, JP. It doesn't look like that. It looks like they cut the head out for some purpose. Not that there's an ad on the inside that they cut out, I'm guessing. There's a nice cover. Look at that. And this is my favorite. It's kind of weird, but it is my favorite of the many Lone Ranger logos, the one with the mask. JP again. It's a nice painted cover. It's another nice painted cover. There we go. Can't, again, unless I break these open, I can't really tell you what issue numbers they are. But if you check eBay, when these get listed, all that information will be there. And the username, the seller name, of course, is .com Comics. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. These could be on any pulp magazine of the 30s, 40s, 50s. Spark up with Wheaties Spark Ups. Hey, Jay! Snoochie Booches! Let's spark up! Oh, my power's getting low. I might run out of power before this video is over. There's some more. And license plates. Huh. There's a nice logo. I have to pick up the pace here so that I don't, this video doesn't end. Ooh, look at this, a giant one. Giant number 3, the Lone Ranger's Golden West. Need to get to the end of the video here, the end of the box before my battery dies. Lone Ranger's Western Treasury. That's a fat book. That'd be a $15 book today. I mean, that's almost a trade paperback. The Lone Ranger Christmas. That's funny. That's a great cover. That's suitable for framing, that one right there. Actually, any of these are. You know, send these, whether you send them to CGC or not, all these Lone Ranger books would look really nice on a wall. Ghost stories, wow. So this is clearly Dell after the split from Western. Western carried on as Gold Key. Dell produced its own stuff, which was, in my opinion, wholly inferior to what it was producing in partnership with Western. Until Dell finally gave up the Ghost. Boom. This one's upside down. Giant-sized Spider-Man and the Man-Thing and the Lizard and some, well, are they alligators or are they crocodiles? I confess I don't know the difference. All-American Men of War. This could have gone in that last box we opened. That was almost all war books. Number 102. Oh, this looks like the Phantom. Pinup number 1, so I bet this is Phantom number 1. It is the Phantom number 1. I mean, it's not the first book that ever featured the Phantom, but it's the first of the Gold Key series. Cool. Do you remember the name of the Phantom's dog? Is the Phantom even still in newspaper strips? I have no idea. I haven't read a newspaper, well, at least since I bailed on the industry. So it's been a couple of years. Boris Karloff Thriller number 1. I know this one is number 1 because I've seen it before, and it's in nice shape. The ones I've seen before have been kind of beat up, but that one's nice. What else we got here? It's a big fat book. Tom and Jerry's Winter Fun. And that's in nice shape too. Cool. Did you see the Tom and Jerry movie that was on HBO Max recently? Flash Gordon, number 3. Wow. It was actually good. It hasn't got good reviews, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good time. First, Black Magic from Prize. Wow. This is near the end of the run, I believe. But anyway, I keep interrupting myself. The Tom and Jerry movie, the first 5 minutes, I laughed out loud about 6 times. Ooh, wow. Destroyer Duck number 1, Jack Kirby. That's funny. Wow. I actually have that, but it's just cool to see it because, again, you never know what you're going to find in these boxes, and we don't get many Destroyer Ducks. Here's Dracula. I believe this is number 1. So I kind of intimated earlier that Dell, after it split from Western, its books weren't as good once it was producing them on its own, and that is the truth. There was a period here, very short-lived period, where, because when it split from Western, Western kept all the licenses, so Gold Key had really nothing to work with, but it must have gone to Universal and tried to license those Universal monsters. And because, the early mid-60s was big on superheroes, it turned them all into superheroes. So you had a Dracula book, a Wolfman book, and I believe a Frankenstein book too, where they were all made into superheroes. So this is kind of Dell's version of Batman. And there it is. Again, I mean, look at that. That's just crazy. I mean, it's almost ridiculous. I think each of these series, Dracula, Werewolf, they only lasted about 4 issues or so. Ooh, the Flying A's Range Rider. I think that's based on, well, judging by the photo cover, I think it was was it a TV show? Rin Tin Tin, that's cool. Very cool. See, Rin Tintin's helping his master escape the bad guys. The Phantom Planet. Movie classic. So this is based on some movie I've never heard of. Kind of a cheesy movie to judge by the photo inset. And this is part of the 4-color series. Number one. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4-color, number 1234. If you don't know what the 4-color series is, I've explained that in past videos, so you can look for that. This is 4-color number 614. Walt Disney's 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. 4-color 1287, The Man from Wells Fargo. I believe that was a TV show. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Next stack. Racing the Battery. All right. Spidey 201 with the Punisher. 189, a nice John Byrne cover. That's featured, I believe Manwolf was in that. Some Silver Age Avengers, 36 and 80. So a silver and a bronze in the same bag. That's the first appearance of Red Wolf. Wow. I keep saying wow because this box is just so crazy. There's everything in it. Battle number 66. So this is an old Marvel Atlas book with the the Red Menace. Daredevil number 24 featuring Kazar. Fantastic Four annual number 8 with somebody's name written on it. Can't really make out what that is. Oh, it says it's numbers and letters. M7-H70. I have no idea what that's supposed to signify. Fantastic Four 103. So this would be the first issue after Jack Kirby left. I believe Kirby left 116 with number 102. And then after that, I forget the issue numbers, but they recycled a story he'd left undone. Number 59, Godzilla number 1. And we have just started a mystery series, a mystery box series, series 3, which is all Bronze Age books. And so it's 10 random books from the Bronze Age, 1969 to 1985. And I bring it up because the series includes some of the boxes, about 1 in 10, has a bonus 11th book. And one of the bonus books I picked out, because I made those sets myself, one of the bonus books is a Godzilla number 1. So I believe the URL for that will be sellmycomicbooks.com/mystery. That's usually where we sell those. They haven't gone up yet, but they should shortly within the next week or so. Incredible Hulk 106. Iron Man number 30. We're back to the Westerns with Kid Colt Outlaw number 110. Marvel Premiere featuring Iron Fist. Marvel Premiere number 2, Power of Warlock. Very early appearance of the Ghost Rider and Marvel Spotlight. I believe he debuted in issue 5, so this would be just his 4th appearance. Sea Devils, wow, number 17. Some more war books, Our Fighting Forces, an early appearance of Pooch when he was still brown. And I don't know why they changed him. I'm sure there was no story explanation for it. He was just brown, and then all of a sudden he was white. Our Fighting Forces, number 81. See, there he is. He's white. Some Sergeant Rock in Our Army at War, 110. And 29. Wow, that's an early issue. It's not in great shape, but that's pretty cool. Number 101. And number 138. My Greatest Adventure, number 52. I Became the Sun Creature. All of the stories in the early My Greatest Adventure were I did this, I did that. All the titles were something happening to me. I was referee of the alien creatures. That's actually cool. Those guys are cool looking. Command E, the last boy on Earth, #1. So let's take a look. There he is. Very first shot of Command E. Jonah Hex, #1. Nice. A little bit of a fold right there, but that should still do well on eBay. We're getting down to it, buddy. Hopefully we get there before the battery ends. Mark Merlin he was around for a while, but never really took off. And you certainly don't see much of Mark Merlin today. In House of Secrets 28. Here's 29. I'm your friend, Mark Merlin. The Hybrid Monster, another Mark Merlin mystery. 31. 38. Mark Merlin is still around. Invasion of the Fishmen. That's cool. House of Secrets was it was really more kind of a weird sci-fi thing, as was House of Mystery. You know, they started off as kind of a slash mystery horror, and then they did this really, hard tangent into sci-fi and stuff. House of Mystery was the home of John Johns, the Martian Manhunter, for a while. Maybe we'll have a couple of those in here. 116. 117. This looks like the first 12-cent issue. Well, actually it is, because that was 116. But you can see the first month of 12-cent issues, the 12 looks a little funky. Number 97. That's cool. the Moon Monster. Wow. That's a Bruce Almighty Moonhead for sure. Number 99. These are some cool-ass books. Oh, this one is coverless. It's GI Combat number 88, it looks like. Green Lantern number 10. Wow. I think one of the problems with Green Lantern, there's Sinestro in number 9. I don't think that's the first Sinestro. No, and it's featuring a new adventure with Sinestro, so it's probably his second appearance. Yeah, there were a couple of problems with Green Lantern, and one was that there were no limits on that damn ring. It could do anything, which made the stories not particularly interesting or compelling. Now we're into, I think the rest of this box looks to be these 100-page detective comics. There's 438. And these were super cool. And they're in decent shape. Much like the Marvel, not to quite the extent as the Marvel giant-size books of the mid-70s. But much like them, you often get the spines all crushed up. But these are pretty good shape. 441. Of course, when an 80-page book from DC costs $10 today, can you imagine what a 100-page book would cost? Holy crap, I can hardly imagine it. But I remember these books when I was a kid. It was how I discovered a lot of these characters from the reprints that were included inside. Good Lord, Batman, you didn't have to kill her. Batman using a gun, that was shocking at the time. You got everybody in here. Kid Eternity, a quality character. Robin, of course, probably reprinting. It might be new, but it's probably reprinting one of his old solo stories, Elongated Man. Roy Raymond, both of who were in Detective Comics back in the day. Star Hawkins was a futuristic detective, and I believe, I don't know if he appeared in Strange Adventures or what. Can't remember which title he called home. All right, this is the last stack. Bada boom, bada bing. For a while here, Batman co-starred with Batgirl in Detective Comics. That's 419. Feels like there's 2 books. Yep. 425. Now only 20 cents. This is after DC, whoops. Not an earthquake, I just hit the tripod. after DC capitulated, because they went up to 25 cents, and Marvel was supposed to go up to 25 cents with them, only did it for a month and then backed down to 20 cents. And DC continued on at the 25-cent size as its regular product for a year, 18 months or so, and then finally capitulated and came down to 20 cents. And it was during that period that it lost its sales dominance to Marvel. Batman and Batgirl, $3.92. Is actually, is there 2 or 3 books in here? The other one might be a giant. Nope, there are definitely 3. There's a, is that a Neil Adams cover? And there's Batman and Batgirl and the Creeper, the return of the Creeper. He was in limbo for some time after his original series. Wow, after his original series canceled. Now I'll get to the wow. Black Lightning #1. Another series I loved as a kid. And I think that's another one where I came in around issue 4. I remember it had Superman on the cover, or Superman's boot, who was in the foreground. And Black Lightning was here beating the crap out of Jimmy Olsen, and he's turning to see, uh-oh. The rest of this fight isn't going to go well for me. Batman 254, Batman 2 and Robin 2, with the 2 on their costume. How ridiculous is that? Moon of the Wolf. Batman's father, if you didn't know it, actually wore a bat costume and fought crime. Yes, indeed, that's true. So the more recent stories that you've seen of Thomas Wayne, like in the Earth 2 series and other places, that's based on an actual thing DC did. That's some giant-ass ears right there. Kind of off-model. Here's number 259. And the last book in this box is Batman with Robin, Batman number 236, Wail of the Ghost Bride. And I mean, that's a cool cover. And, you know, a lot of these recent covers we just looked at are cool covers. But, I don't know, they're not quite like those early Silver Age covers we were looking at earlier in this box, where it's like, oh, I've got to find out what's going on. I've got to read that story. This one is just like, okay, well, you know, yeah. I can probably figure out what's going to happen in this. All right, well, that is it. That is that box. We will see you next time out. And until then, goodbye, good luck, and please be good to each other.